Hi everyone, it's Wendy. Welcome back to my channel. I have been sitting around playing with some of my smaller pieces of chipboard, and I thought I'd come on and show you. This bag here was actually chock-a-block of chipboard pieces that I had been saving from, like they're the cut-off pieces from other projects, and I had quite a few that were these are the larger pieces that I've got left, but I had quite a few that were just like an inch wide in a long strip that I'd cut from, you know, putting a spine on a journal or something. So I had quite a few of those, and I had been wondering, oh, what am I going to do with them, because they were really too small to use in other projects unless I was doing like a lot of mini journals or something. And I've had them here for quite a while, and I thought, oh, I might make some tiles out of them. So that's what I done. I cut some of the smaller pieces down, and I made, see, this piece here was that big to start with, there and there, so I just cut a piece off there and made it into two smaller tiles. I kept those just to show you what I was doing with them, so I'll just move those there. And here are some of the tiles I've been doing. Oh, I just had so much fun, and they look really cool. Now this was the first lot I done, and I have just used, that tissue's going to blow, I've got my fan on, okay. On these ones here, I have just used a jelly print as the backing, and then I have just done some stamping over them, and I've also used, I used the last of my Dimensional Magic just to put a coat on these ones, so you can see the nice shiny coat on them. So I made quite a few with the background, with the jelly print backgrounds. They look pretty cool. I really love how these turned out. So I made that lot there. That was my first lot. And then I thought, oh, I'll just move these for something different, because that first lot were nice and bright, and I thought I'm going to put them on my little funky art journal book here on the front of them. So when I get round to it, I'm going to paint this black, and then I'm just going to glue these just all on my front cover to make it a decorative front cover. So that's what I'm going to use those ones for. I haven't done that yet because I kind of like got stuck into making more and more of these. Now these ones here, I wanted to do some like vintage styled ones. So that's what I've done with these ones, and the backing on these are from a napkin. I was in a napkin swap a couple of weeks ago, and I got sent a whole heap of these gorgeous napkins, plus I hoard my own napkins, but you can see here the background is the, I don't think that's the right napkin for that one, is it? With the butterfly on it? No. I might have used all that napkin. Yeah, I did. Okay, so it looks similar. I'm going to use this napkin here just to show you how easy it is to do these. This one here, this napkin I've got here, is actually this tile backing here. So you can see the pinky rose there and a few of the green leaves. So there's that one, and then there is this one here with the bird. So they turned out pretty cool. I like those, and I still done some stamping on these ones as well. I just love how they turned out, and that some of these I've put the dimensional magic that had the glitter through it, so you can see a bit of glitter from the dimensional magic through that. I think they just look so cool. Not sure if you're going to see that glitter. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Okay, so I didn't have much of that dimensional magic left either. But these turned out really cool. I love how these ones turned out too. So I thought I'd just show you how easy it was, move them out of the road, to actually make, to do them, how I done them. So I have just got, I've got two small pieces of chipboard here. I won't cut any more down because I might use those bigger ones for other journals. And I've got a napkin, so I thought I'd use this napkin here. So all I've done, I'm going to back the napkin onto just some text paper. When I back the napkin onto the text paper, I don't need to actually coat the chipboard pieces. Like if you wanted to, you could put a white coated gesso or black gesso on these and put the napkin directly onto them, but I just thought it looks a lot better when you put the napkin onto some text paper, because then you can actually see the text paper through the napkin. And the way you get that, I'll just get rid of that little grobble, is brush, is to use a wet glue. Okay, so I'm going to start, I'm just going to put, I'm using my Matte Deco glue. It's just a cheapo glue that I pick up from one of our cheapo stores, and I'm just going to put glue all over the napkin, not the napkin, the text paper, sorry. I'm getting confusing myself. Just so that it's got a nice coat of glue, and I'll most probably do this in two parts with the napkin. So then I'm going to place the napkin over the part where I have glued, just gently like that, and then I'll just lift up this bottom part and put a bit more glue down here. I just think they turned out so cool, and I ended up using up quite a few of my chipboard scraps. And with the chipboard tiles, what I could also do is, if I really liked, say, just that one by itself, I can glue a magnet on the back and turn it into a fridge magnet. And I just love my fridge magnets, guys, I really do. Okay, so I've put that on there, and I'm also going to grab some glue and just go over the top, just gently over the top of the napkin, and just put a coat of it all over here. So when the glue dries on here, on the top of the napkin, it just protects it a little bit, you know, from ripping, and it just makes sure that it's got a nice stick to the text paper down below. Okay, so that's what I'm doing now. Just putting a nice gentle coat, and while I'm at it, if there's any like creases or folds or anything, I can just press them out with the brush. So you just go nice and gentle so you don't rip your napkin. And I do give it a nice generous layer of that too. So there's a bit of a crease just there, so I'm just going to push that out with my brush. Okay, so I'll rip that side there because I don't need that. There we go. Alright, and then you've got to let this dry completely. Okay? Alright, just making sure there's no more creases. Creases are good, you can still have a crease in it if that doesn't bother you. It doesn't really bother me, but that's on there really nicely now. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry and then I will be back for the next step. I'm back, guys. This is nearly dry. I could leave it for a little while longer, but I thought I just wanted to keep doing it. So what I done then, after, you can see, I'll just show you the background from using the wet glue. You can see the text coming out from underneath from the page, which I think looks pretty cool. So I've got my 2 pieces of off-cut chipboard here. So all I'm going to do now, I think the little one, I might use the bigger one up here and put that flower on it just there. So all I'm going to do is grab my pencil, and hopefully this will work because it's still a little bit damp, and I don't think it actually is going to draw on that. I don't want to rip it. I'll just do it a bit darker. I really should just let that dry a little bit longer, but I'm just going to keep going. Okay, so now if I can see where I put that mark, can't even see where, oh, there's the bottom one. I'll do that first. So I'm just going to cut out where I marked around that chipboard, like that. I'm just going to bring that back so I know how. There it is there. Okay, so cut that along there. I did cut it a bit crooked, but I can straighten that up when I get that glue on there. So that's the big one I've got, and this smaller one here, I've got a lovely little dragonfly there, so I'm just going to put that one right over there and mark around it. Right, and cut that one out. Where's that there? It's very hard to see with that pencil. It's not very dark. And where's the cut line there? Just there. Okay, so I've got my 2 decorative pieces from the napkin, and then I just grab like a tacky glue. This is Craft and Hobby PVA glue. Okay, now I'll try again. I think I've unblocked the hole now. There we go. So I put a fair amount of glue on the tile, and then place that on there, and just grab my little scrapey tool and gently press that down. It might bring a little bit of glue out on the edges, but that's okay, you can just wipe that away. Okay, just be careful you don't scratch the top of it too much because it is a napkin. And then I'll do this one. I'll put this one on this side because there's a little bit out of that chipboard there, ripped. And then that side will be clean. And just put that on there. line it up and just give another little gentle scrape to make sure it's all nicely glued down. And that there is a bit of the napkin that wasn't glued down, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue just there and press that corner back down. Okay, alright, so we've got them, and you might have just a little bit of overhang, so I just turn it over and just snip down the sides just to make sure it's all nice and even. So that one's pretty good now. And this one here has a little bit more overhang because I did cut that one a bit crooked, I think. So I'm just going to tidy up the sides there, just like that. Okay, now what I did do, I did let them dry for a good couple of hours before doing the next step, but I'm going to, oh, I've got glue on my fingers. I'm going to just carry on. So what I did with mine, I can still see like a little bunchy glue there. What I done with mine, I just grabbed an emery board and just gently went around the sides, which just takes a little piece of the napkin off. It just tidies up those edges a bit, and you can do a little bit on this side here just to make them nice and straight, no little danglies on them. And I just drag it down like that just to tidy it up. You don't have to do this, of course, it's up to you, but it's just something that I like to do just to tidy up the edges. Okay, there's that one. I think some need it more than others, so it's just whatever you like. Okay, so done that. And then I grabbed I'm using a Distress ink, the walnut stain. I really need a new sponge too, but I haven't got round to getting one yet. So I'm just going to put a little bit of walnut stain, and I'm just going to go gently around the edges just to finish the tile off like that, which I think looks pretty good, especially if you're making like a vintage one, a vintage style. With the other ones that were more colourful, I used a black StazOn ink. You do have to let this one dry properly. And what I might do, that one's still got, that's got, I'll just show you. Got some sticky on my hands. I just wiped my face. I'm perspiring, guys. It's so hot here. Sorry. Okay, so that's what the they look like now, and you can see the print from the text paper there. So it's up to you whether you want to leave them like that or whether you want to do a bit of stamping or even like stick something else on there, like a sticker or something. So what I think I might do, I've got this little stamp here. It's got like words on it, memories, adventure. It's like a little travel stamp, but I'm just going to put a little bit of ink just on that there and just ink down in that little corner on the one that I've got the dragonfly. It was a bit plain down there, so I've just added that, just a little bit of stamping to it. Like this is, it's up to you if you want to do this or not. So I might do a little bit on the other one as well. So I might just put a little bit there and come up in the other corner and a little bit just there. Okay, so I've just done a little bit of stamping on them, and then all I done was I grabbed my Dimensional Magic, which you can see I'm out of it. I don't think I would even have enough to cover one of those. Maybe, I don't know. Let me see what's left in that other little one. No, look, I put my Dimensional Magic into another bowl. But that's all you do now is just, what's in that one? That's one with a bit of glitter. It's gone hard. No, I really need to get some more. So what I do then, just use my Dimensional Magic. I don't think there would be enough there. Let me have a look. I might have enough just for the little one here, just to show you what I do. Okay, let's do it. So then I just grab my Dimensional Magic and put a thin layer on the top of my tile. You could also emboss it, like if you want to use your clear embossing powder and do it that way as well. I'm just thinking I might only have enough here to half do this, but I'm going to keep going just so that you get the idea. So I kind of like do the edges with a line first and then just do little small circles, and I might have enough. Keep going, Wendy. I really need to get some more of this because I just love it. I got this one from here in Australia from Auntie Vera Scrap and Craft, and it is so well priced. So I'm just doing like little circles to kind of like spread it out. And so far so good. Oh, look at that. I just had enough to do that. I might have a couple of little mist spots there, but let's see if I can work them round. And it's easy, if you get a bubble in it, you just pop it with a pin. But if you just go slow, and I found that if you just go slow and do really little circles, you don't really get many bubbles in there. Oh look, I just had enough. There's not really none left in there, so I had enough to do just that one there. And now I'll just let that dry for a couple of hours. Oh look, I've missed a spot right there. I just pulled that up and seen that. So I'll see if I can just work that around. That looks better. and down here where I had my finger I missed a bit. Okay, so just enough to cover that tile. Okay, and that gives it a really nice coating on it. So you can do it that way with the Dimensional Magic. Now I'll just put that one up there, but you can also emboss it just to give it a protective layer. So I've got that, and I have some clear. Oh, that's white. I don't want white. I do have, I've got a clear finish embossing powder here. So I'll grab a piece of paper. That'll do. And oh, I do need my heat tool. So if you want to use the embossing powder, I haven't done this one with any of the other tiles I made because I do prefer the Dimensional Magic, but with this one here you could just press it down on there and get a nice coat, and then I'd turn it around and press that side down. Okay, so I've got a wet layer on there, and hopefully I got it everywhere. If not, I can always do it again. And just put your oops, and this has gone chunky, that'd be right. Just put your embossing powder there. So we'll pick that up and give it a little shake and a bit of a tap. Okay, and put that back in there. And we shall heat this up. I need tweezers, don't I? Right, I just grabbed my tweezers, which I'm just going to hold just on that end because it does get a bit hot. Right, so that did warp just a little bit, but that's okay, you can just press it back. I'll just let that cool down a bit because I'm not really happy. I did miss a few little patches on that one. So that's why I prefer the Dimensional Magic. This one here seems to be a little bit more textured than the Dimensional Magic, and I can see that I've missed a spot up there, I don't know why. And the tissue paper, that's cooled down now. The tissue paper has gone a little bit crinkly on this side, which is why I should have left it for, you know, a couple of hours to dry, which that's why I know that's went like that. So I'm just going to give that another coat. It has cooled down enough now. So I'm just going to put another coat of that on here and just see what it's like, because I haven't done these ones before, but I know you can do it. I suppose the ladies that are expert at using this embossing powder, not me, I'm not expert, I just enjoy having fun with them. Okay, so let's just give that a bit of a shake around. Right, and I've got a big clump there that can come off. Okay, so put that in there, back in there. And I shall have another go at this. So I'll come over here where I've got there. Better, except where I have not let the glue dry underneath the tissue paper. It's gone just a little bit wrinkly just down this side, but that's how that one turns out. But oh no, and I've just dropped that on there. Oh dear, oh dear. This here fell on this tile. Oh, I'm going well, aren't I? So this is what you don't do. I'm going to just see if I can just fix this up a tad. I'll bring it up a bit because I've kind of like squashed that off down there. There's really none left in that now. Okay, I'm just going to leave that as is. That should dry okay. Can't believe I've done that. I knocked it with the cord. You can see where it's come off there, where it was leaning on the tile. I knocked it with the cord from my heat tool. But that's this one here is a lot more textured with the embossing powder, but they still look pretty cool. If I can get the angle where you can see the texture on that one, and that one's a lot smoother on this side here. Okay, but that's it guys, so much fun. I'm going to put these up so I don't knock anything else on them until they actually dry. Okay, but that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I had so much fun making mine. I'll bring these ones back in so you can have a look. I sort of had a production line going. They are so cool. I just love them. So there's those ones there, and they were done with the napkin, and these ones were done with a jelly print. So they turned out pretty cool. I like them. Okay, thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. Go and make some for yourself, and if you do, come back and let me know in the comments and I can have a look. See where you post your pictures and what have you. Okay, you all have a great day, and I will catch you later. Bye bye.